The new human will have power beyond anything we've ever known. If need be, our food will be light and sound. We'll be able to levitate. We'll live for up to 5,000 years. And we'll be telepathic. When this kicks in, it will be quick. The time is near. It's time for you to join the stars. It's time for the bad to leave and the good in humanity to come out. It's time to rise.
Hey guys, this is Prometheus Gauntlet. I'm just out here at the park. It's kind of cold, but like I said, you know, this is a good time to practice your survival skills. Like they're freezing. So I'm over here looking at the grill I like to come to. I'll just show you again the big hole in it. It's a public park. Look at that. Whee! Look at how big that hole is. Damn. They lift this thing up good. Anyway, I'm just looking at all the wood here. The purpose of this video is to just kind of have a video of I'm trying to make a fire drill or a bow drill, a bow drill. And I'm looking around at all the different kinds of wood here. Most of it's completely decayed and crooked. As you can see, a lot of these trees are just crooked as hell. To me, they look like big weeds. Like here's one that's straight, but you know, I can't cut anything that's in the ground, and you don't want to use anything green anyway. As far as I can tell from what Dave Canterbury says, you have to find stuff that's straight. So look at this big, huge thing. Wow, I can hack this with my axe all day and still not even put a dent in it. Because this wood is just almost petrified, you know. You'd have to be pretty strong to break that down with an axe or a tomahawk. I brought my tomahawk, but I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I think it's called a pipe hawk or something. But anyway, I'm just walking. Oh, I forgot my coffee. I have some coffee. Oh. Got a new vehicle, much more suited, as opposed to my little Honda Civic I had before. It isn't exactly good for space. If you're going to have bug out stuff in there, you need something that can carry that bug out bag and you know, keep it fairly concealed. Don't want everybody to know you have survival supplies back there. So, yeah. Also have my Baco. Since I bought this Baco for way too much money, Baco Laplander, it hasn't been used, but I hear it's one of the best. There's one in Canada that's bigger than the Baco that they say is much better than the Baco. And I think his name is Canadian Prepper on YouTube. He went ahead and he demonstrated it. I forget what it's called for the life of me. But yeah. Oh, look, there's some straight wood there. There's the... See, the idea is to use the natural surroundings. Oh boy, this stuff's probably way dead. It's way brittle. But it's straight at least. I could tell that this park doesn't get any maintenance. And it's because of all the weird trees. Look at all the weird trees, man. I'm telling you, they look like weeds. They're like big weeds. Not to disrespect the ancestors in the trees or the 13th son. I know he'd be really pissed off if he heard me talking about the trees that way. But these ones are just kind of like little ones. Anyway, I'm looking at all the bark, you know, for tinder. So I'm going to be coming out here trying to you know, do some of the things I see online, like I did with the magnifying glass. And hold on, there's a bottle in nature over there. A bottle of booze. Yeah, like some of this stuff here might be usable. See, the thing about the bow drill is it's not that much wood, you know. My main concern was whether or not it was too old and too rotten, kind of like these ones on the ground here, or too wet. Of course, I don't think I'm going to actually try to use it today if I do manage to finish it today. I have my knife in the car and I have my EDC carry a Ontario Rat 1. Hopefully that'll help with this and make it a small task, but we're going to try it out and see. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee and then I'll get started looking around and see if I can scrounge up something. Alright. Yeah, I found this on the ground by a tree, and I had a few more of these on there. I think these were natural. I thought this was a bird's nest or something, and it's not. So I found another tree that has them all over it. I'm assuming it's part of the tree, but the tree has its own leaves. You see those green right there? That's the leaves. So I'm wondering if this is a parasitic plant or something. That's kind of weird, because this is the leaf right there. That's the leaf of that tree. And yet, I see this thing growing off of it. So I'm wondering what causes that, or what is it? Let's see if I can figure that out one of these days. But anyway, I think they make good tinder, those little balls of stuff. I want to test it out and see if I can get one of these things to ignite, maybe with some dry grass from around here. So I'm glad I walked around, because I found a lot of stuff I could burn, a lot more than just leaves and things. But you know, just to test out my skills, not because I really need any kind of a fire started, just to kind of experiment and see what I have in the local area. It's good to know your local area, because you may have to be out here camped out in the park for 2 or 3 months, a year. I know, it's going to be fun. We're all going to get out one day. Of course, it's also going to be devastating if we don't have enough medical. Because, you know, nothing kills faster than disease. But anyway, alright. Alright, I think this piece will work. I'm going to go ahead and try to saw it off somewhere, maybe like right here. See if I can get this done right. First time I used the bucko, and it's working like a charm. Ah! This is called bushcraft. Okay, whoa. Okay, let me use 2 hands. Alright. Day 1, this is what I've accomplished on day 1. Woo, I'm so tired from cutting this stuff. I got these foofy things off those trees that I still think are parasites. I got some dry grass. I should get some leaves too when I'm at it. I don't know what they're called. I don't remember all the details, but I know this is the spindle. This is going to be the spindle. And this is going to be like the board, but it's crooked. So I may have to cut it off like right here to make it straight. But this is where the hole's going to go for the spindle. The spindle will go like this in there. And then this will go on top of the spindle like this. So it should work like that, theoretically. And we'll see exactly how far we can get it to Dave Canterbury's thing. And it's going to take some work. Just cutting this stuff takes work, man. Okay, guys, I admit it. I'm weak. I'm just a weak man. I can't help myself. I don't know what kind of wood that is. I don't know if it's poplar. It might be poplar. It kind of looks like it, but I'm not sure. Could be. Either way, the bark on this can also be used for tinder, so I want to try to start something with the bark on this. Yeah. See, without an accelerant, without some sort of fuel, it's really a bitch to start a fire. That's why those quick fires and those quick lights or whatever they're called that ignite and stay ignited for a while with sparks are important. I found this thing on the online where a guy uses cotton balls and Vaseline to go ahead and put them in a straw. He puts it in a straw and combines them to make a kind of like a quick fire. It's supposed to stay lit for a while. I lit one. It did light for a while, but I have some with me in my survival gear, so that's what I'm trying to do, is trying to practice in my survival gear, so that when I think of this experience, I have a basis to understand what may have to be done someday soon. So we'll see. I came to the park thinking, no, there's no wood here, it's all crap. And I found some good pieces somewhere, here and there. Most of this wood is so rotten, and it's just, you step on it and it just breaks. And that big chunk of wood over here is just petrified, man. I tried the axe on that a long time ago, and my tomahawk on that, and it didn't really go well, but I'm not the strongest guy. So, well, we'll have to see what we can do. Just make do with what we got, right? Anyway, I'm going to start several experiments. This is day one, so, don't get all excited. Whew. I don't want to be out here past rush hour anyway. Everybody's going to flock to the park. Right? Jeez. It's just that it's cold. When it's cold, people disappear, and, I saw two kids walking, and they're probably walking through their neighborhood, or from their neighborhood, and I saw a guy on a bicycle on the trail. And that's dangerous, because what if he falls off the bike, hits his head, or gets scraped by that damn barbed wire I found over there? I mean, you could bleed out or something happen. Anyway, try not to be negative. But anyway, take care, guys. I'm going to just put all these ingredients away in bags in the back of the car, and maybe I'll try something today. Let me see what I can do. I'm just so tired from cutting. This thing's going to take a while. But hey, that one fallen branch, I found one fallen branch, and I got 3 good pieces of wood that should be just big enough to take care of business. There are some knots in it, but there's knots in everything. And yeah, that's it. Alright, thanks, guys. Okay, I decided to stay in the park and continue, now that I rested a little bit from that little sawing I did. From what I'm seeing, I got rid of the elbow that was in this one by sawing it right at the elbow. So now it's straighter now. I was looking at the rings of this wood. The denser rings are right here. He said something about that in the video, but for the life of me, I don't remember what it was. Poor Dave. Dave Canterbury, he's a nice guy. But I'm going to do my best with what I've got here. This, I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to strip the bark and try to ignite the bark on this. I'm going to strip it down and make it into a pile. I have dry grass here, and I have these funny things that I still think are parasites. I'm not sure. But anyway, they also kind of remind me of those things on Star Trek. What were they? I forgot what they were called, Kirby's or Furbies or Furbles or Nurbles or some shit like that. But anyway, it kind of reminded me of that. And I got my minimalist kit out, and I'm going to use some of the stuff I got in there. Okay, well, anyway, I got that set up. So let me go ahead and get this open here. And we'll see if we can ignite some of this stuff. I saw them do a lot of things to ignite stuff that's directly from the natural environment, and that's important because just like that magnifying glass I used to ignite some stuff, some leaves, it's very important that this be doable, because you never know when you may find yourself with nothing more than one of these fire rods, or I forgot what they're called. Yeah, ferro rods, sorry. And here's this is the Vaseline and cotton balls things that I have. I'm going to try one. I'm going to go ahead and try to ignite the grass first. In case anybody's wondering, I do have water. I do have a thing of water right here in case I need to, get rid of it. Now these things, I know these are going to work for sure. There's no way they're not. So I'm going to leave that last. Just going to do a little bit to make it as I got a leaf in there. Try to make it as ignitable as possible, because I'm just going to be using the ferro rod by itself. I'm not going to use this yet. And in case you're wondering what's on this tin, it's just old paint from when I used to paint miniatures. I kind of miss those guys. I got to go back there and visit them and see how they're doing. My mom's worried I can't find a job and this and that, and it's like, you can't worry, you can't wonder, and you can't doubt, because you got to have faith. And you got to have faith in the Most High, and you got to have faith in the universe that everything's going to work out, and that these kind of skills that you get, that you see other people do. Like right now, I'm just basically copying what I've seen them do. Just making it a little bit smaller, a little bit more concentrated, and it's fluffier. Now, we had rainfall recently, but it wasn't that recent. This is very dry grass compared to what I thought it would be. And it is getting kind of dark out here. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So here we go. Here's my little ferro rod. And I'm going to try to ignite it just the way it is. Well, so far it's not igniting, so I'm going to try to break it down some more, make it even more viable. The sparks seem to be hot enough. Thankfully, we don't have a lot of wind today, so it's not really blowing anything out of the way. Let's try it again. It doesn't seem to be working. Let me keep trying a little bit more. Okay, let's try this again. See, it's not catching. I'm getting sparks, but I'm not getting any. See? So I'm like, well, maybe dry grass isn't a good option, but it's a lot better than dry leaves. Now you know why I like that magnifying glass so very much. Unfortunately, on a day like today, the magnifying glasses are going to help you any because there's no freaking sun. So, let's see. Let's try it again, I guess. Maybe I'll do this. Get some more in there. I don't know if this will work. Doesn't look like it's starting. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but it just looks so easy when they do it on the YouTube, doesn't it? But when you try to do it in real life, it's a real bitch. This is why they make charcloth. I didn't bring any, unfortunately. I don't think I have any. I might have some. I have to check. But we know charcloth will work with this quickly. See? I could be here all day trying to get one spark from this thing to ignite it. Yeah, it's not igniting. So, shoot, I'm going to have to call it on that one because, look at that. I chewed that up real good. I have another ferro rod. I guess I can try to find it and get it out here. Let me go do it. Okay, I checked to see if I had my spare ferro in there, and I didn't find it. Maybe I'll go look again a little bit, but I didn't see it where I thought it was. I'll look where I don't think it is. And I found this rope here, which is supposed to burn real easy. It would make good tinder. It's just some cotton rope or something that was on my my sweats. So, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to help any. I know that if I use one of these, it'll work fine. So what I'm going to do is, since I haven't had any luck with just sparking it that way, I'm going to go ahead and open that up and show you what I mean. I made these a long time ago. This is the Vaseline and cotton ball thing. This thing's difficult. There we go. Yeah, it's just a straw, and it's got that Vaseline and cotton ball in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one and save the other one for something else. And I'm just going to try to use this little bit here, mix it up, fluff it up, and see if it catches. It should catch fine. So we'll do that. Pretty sure it'll be fine. Oh shit. It went up faster than I thought. So, like I said, it's hard to start this stuff without a freaking accelerant. And that Vaseline acts as an accelerant, as well as cotton ball is easy to start up. So now it's burning. Now we got fire. See, this is the reality in the real world there. that will burn for a little bit. This is why I'm thinking charcoal cloth is a much better alternative, because you can always make more charcoal cloth and all you need is a tin or some aluminum foil. I found a video where you can make more with aluminum foil. See, it's burning up now. Yeah, burned out already. See, normally you'd add more sticks to it and build it, and I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to light stuff. So, I didn't even have to pour water on it. It went out by itself. Here's the other half. So, anyway, let me go ahead and put this grass on the side, and let's work on this parasitic plant from space. Now this doesn't, it looks like it's a combustible. It looks like it's, let's do operation here. Find out what this is. What is this thing? It looks like a bunch of roots are in there. And maybe I'll find gold. Hey, I could find gold. Maybe leprechauns hide their gold in this thing. It's very possible. Nope. Well, let's see. I don't think this will go up. I mean, really, what are the chances that this thing will go up, right? See, the other ferro rod I had has that magnesium crap on it, but I've never seen anybody use the magnesium to, well, no, there was one guy who put magnesium on there, but that doesn't prove that the magnesium ignited with those sparks. I mean, really, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, it's not working. But I take Mr. Cotton Ball with Vaseline on it, open him up a bit, fluffing, 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 more fluffing, more fluffing, 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 fluffing. I'm fluffing. And put that there. Put that on top just because, and see if she'll ignite. Boom. See, that's something manageable right there. Now, let's see how well this other stuff burns. Yeah. Seems to be burning okay. Let's see. So you got to take care of it when it first starts, otherwise the thing will go out on you regardless. You see? So it's trying to consume that. They keep babying this thing. I could probably get all of it. You see, it does burn once you get it started. You know, if we're living in a world without Vaseline, without cotton balls, you see, I'm not gonna feed it anymore. I'm just gonna let it burn. And it's just, if we don't have gasoline, we don't have any accelerant whatsoever, how do we light this shit? You know, that's the thing. I saw them light stuff with sparks and tree bark, which is why I have this tree bark here. So we determined that this does burn, but it doesn't ignite on its own. And that's kind of sad. Now I know why Chris Tanner likes the big ferro rod. The real big, expensive one that looks like it could light the whole planet, you know. So I'm going to try this tree bark here, and I'm going to get it ready. Okay, I took the bark and I did the same thing I did to the grass, to the bark. And it looks like I'm ready to try. Okay, that's not working. I'm going to try making the fibers a little bit more fine. Maybe that'll work. Like the cotton's real fine, so I'll do that. Okay. Been doing this a little bit more. Try to rip them up. Try to make them more, fluffy. I try to make it as fluffy as I can. This is what Dave did. So, I mean, it looks good to me. It looks good to me. I don't see anything else here I can really do. I'm going to try again, and we'll see what the hell. I think most people would rather freeze to death than continue this. Okay, we have to starve or we start the fire. Okay, time to go. Time to leave the planet. That's right. Leave the body here and just move on. Maybe we'll find a planet with... Ah, damn it, I almost got that one. Did you see that? I almost accidentally got it. Wow. Oh, come on, fluffiness. Fluffy, fluffy, go, fluffy, go. Okay. Come on, guys. Come on, give me a break. Come on. Come on, it's... Oh, man, I blew it out. It's trying to start. It's trying. How fine do I have to get this? How much fluffy do I need? Oh, man. Oh, boy. Vaseline, Vaseline. Better take some Vaseline. It's gonna need it. Oh, shit. I hope I'm doing this wrong. I hope it's me. Honestly. Oh, boy. Alright, let's try one more time. Just for the heck of it. I wonder how this would react to that. See, this is trying to burn. This rope is trying to burn. I don't know if you can see that, but it's trying to burn. Maybe I could do something with that rope. Remember, it came from, it's the waste rope for my sweats, for my sweatpants. That's all it is, so it's probably cotton. And I'm wondering, maybe if I take this and I do something, like I take a piece, maybe if I fluff it up or something. No. Here, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm just getting the rope and doing this, just to fluff it up. Yeah. See? I'm just getting this and fluffing it up and undoing it. I'm going to try that. Just see what happens. Maybe that's the solution. Just get something that's cotton or combustible like that, because it does look like it wants to burn. To getting it to light. Same problem I had with the magnifying glass. Then I found out I wasn't blowing on it. Maybe that's the problem here. I know that cotton's not wet. Let's examine the evidence here. It was fluffed up, and wherever it hits, it gets burnt, but it doesn't actually start to combust. So that's the only problem. Spark went out. I had a small spark, one small spark, and I blew on it, tried to get it going. It wouldn't go. Jeez. Oh. Come on, baby, come on. Come on. Give me fire. Give me fire now. It's freezing. My life depends on you. Okay, no, fuck you too. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, mama. Okay. Alright. This thing is good for when you have accelerant. So, I haven't been able to get it working. And there's plenty of burnable material, but it's like the thing has to be so fine. It has to be so fine that it's like a cotton ball. So what I'm going to do is I'll put this aside. And I'll show you what I got. Chris Tanner gave me this idea. There are these cotton things that women use, and I have Vaseline on it. And what you're supposed to do is just fluff it up. You see how all this is so fine, and then with that accelerant it goes up so well. I mean, I probably don't even have to bother with this, but I'm just showing you. This is... See how quick that goes up? I can burn this whole root here. There she goes. I can burn it, blow on it. It went out eventually. Let's start fluffing the other side. You see? That works. As long as you have enough tinder there, you should be able to get it going. Probably what the cotton plant was made for. There you go. See, now it looks like this is not even wanting to burn anymore. But it's good enough to get you started. If I tried like this leftover piece, maybe this one too, and I try it with this stuff, and I fluff it again, this thing's going to go up like nothing. See, I'm not trying to keep it going, I'm just trying to experiment. Yeah. See? Now it should burn all that with no problem. Okay, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I smothered it. That's probably what I did. I smothered it. Either way. You see, now I'm aware of the materials and what they're good for, because somebody else doing it is not the same thing as me doing it. Me doing it, I know what I'm looking at. You see? So this bark here, this bark should be fine enough to burn with no problems, and it does. It's just you have to keep feeding it and feeding it. So you have to have a mess of this, a whole pile, just to keep it going, and then you have to put the twigs on top and all that. You know. That's why in this thing I don't just have the pads. I have a Bix and I have these things. They're called matches, you know, cheap dollar store matches. Oops. Well, real cheap. See, even when I use a match on it, it's not going up. This is the kind of limitation I found here. And theoretically, if you know the right stuff, like there's stuff in nature that's naturally combustible. There's pieces of mold or mushroom and stuff like that go up real quick. That would probably work. But like I said, I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm not trying to do anything like that at all. See? Even with a match, it goes out. What am I learning here? What am I learning? What am I learning?